So I grew up in a household that was not Christian by any means at all, which made things pretty tough because there wasn't much of like a truth to a lot of things. We had a great family. We loved to host. We were very hospitable, like all the time, having dinner parties. But there were also things that happened like behind the scenes with my family where, you know, we would, either a family friend or another family, we would just like stop talking to them suddenly. And you know, I didn't really question it because I was still kind of young. And the way they explained it to me was that like they had done something wrong, or there was like an altercation that had gotten between us and we had to stop talking to them. What forgiveness meant was very different in my household. It made my emotions just rule me for a lot of my life. I made my first like true friendship when I was in 4th grade. This kid had moved from abroad. He was from the UK, and we became like best friends. Like I loved this kid to death, and I didn't even know how much of myself I had attached to him. We had gotten so close, but then when he moved away, I had felt part of myself leave with him. It just wrecked me. I literally felt like a hole had been placed inside of my body. I felt like anger and frustration that I did not know where to place. I didn't really have anyone to go to because my parents, I didn't feel like they fully understood me. What I used to process my emotions, I turned to things like food to help fill me up and to like provide that comfort that friendship did for me. I had lost my health and I was just emotionally eating like so much to the point of just like numbness. Like I just didn't want to feel the pain I was feeling of that friendship that was taken from me. And you know, I was at a pretty low point in my life, and it was the summer, and my dad, you know, we were sitting at the dinner table, and I'm about to start the first job of my entire life as a delivery boy in the city on a bike. And my dad turns to me at the table and he says to my siblings, like, "Do you see your brother right now? Like after this summer, he's going to be a very different man." He attributed that difference to be because of like an external change of like my body changing, which it did. I lost over like 35 pounds this summer because I sweat so much biking. But inside I was still the same, like feeling very lost and abandoned and afraid and just fearful and scared. This fed this like pretty destructive behavior of just like controlling my body and controlling my food intake. And you know, it wasn't until like my later years in college, I think, when I had made another friend. This guy was not only like one of like my closest friends, he was also like the first Christian that loved Jesus. And you know, at the time I didn't really know what that meant. I was just like, great, like I like you a lot. I don't know like what that has to do with like you being a person, but like I like being around you a lot. You know, I really was seeking for control in my life. I was seeking for a law to come in to like reign over me, and like I thought I was the most free when I decided that law for myself. And it just wasn't a way to live, you know. And my friend saw that. He looked at me and he didn't condemn me for that. Like he knew I was suffering deep down, and he was so patient with me in the way that he like very gently like brought me into just like his definition of peace. It was 2 in the morning and I'm having a panic attack in my room because I'm just anxious about the next day. I call my friend and he picks up and it's 2 in the morning. And he did something for the first time that like I had never received from him before, which was prayer. And I have this incredible like encounter with something I had never felt before in my life. I just felt that in that moment, like I was able to like let go of the things I had to hold on to so tightly. To all the rules I felt like I had to like bow down to. Like there were no rules for a few moments like during that prayer. You know, there wasn't really like one moment I would say in my life where I was like, you know, I've accepted Jesus into my life. It's been a very gradual thing, and there are still things that obviously like we all struggle with in life. And instead of like feeling this incredible like guilt or this shame, God comes in and like covers me with like His love. Like He just like embraces me so deeply, has allowed me to like forgive myself. I have found so much freedom in just submitting to like the law of love that He commands of us.